Mr. Speaker, because of the public health emergency brought about by the COVID-19 pandemic, Department of Education adopted what it called the Basic Education Learning Continuity Plan, BELCP. That is correct, Madam Sponsor. Is that not so?
Mr. Speaker, may I know what the question is, DS Marcoleta?
Was the answer yes?
Yes to Anna's answer? Yes.
And based on DEPed's own admission, Mr. Speaker, it made several adjustments in order to deliver distance learning at a magnitude never done before. Did I quote the statement correctly, Mr. Speaker, Your Honor? Po tayo magtatagal kasi napakasimple po ng tanong ko.
Or,
Kayo po ang may kasalanan kung tatagal po tayo.
Mr. Speaker, siguro sa kasimpleng tanong, hindi ko na.
Ano po?
Can you please repeat it po, DS?
Huwag po kayong ninenervyos, madam. Ako naman po ay, alam naman ninyong napakabait din naman. At kayo rin naman po ay magkaibigan po tayo, hindi po ba?
Yes, can you please repeat your question po?
Tagalogin ko na lamang po. Ang sabi po kasi ng DEPed, dahil nga po sa COVID pandemic, kinakailangan pong mag-adjust tayo. At sabi nila, itong ginawa nilang ito is in order to deliver distance learning at a magnitude never done before. Did I quote the statement correctly, Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor?
Yes, yes.
Okay. The most controversial delivery mode in this adjusted learning distance system, Mr. Speaker, Your Honor, is the self-learning modules or SLMs. Tama po.
Well, Mr. Speaker, that's according to the interpolator's perception, no? Or
You mean they are not controversial, Mr. Speaker, Your Honor? This has been the byword in the school communities all over the Philippines because they were not delivered in the manner that, or in the magnitude that was never done before. It was very prophetic, Mr. Speaker, Your Honor. Sige, ganito na lamang po. How many modules was actually needed by DEPed for the first quarter? Per grade level and per quarter. I will accept an answer, I do not know, sir. I do not know, Your Honor, if that is the case. Para madali lang po tayo. Ayoko po nang magtagal tayo rito. I committed myself to a very, very short interpellation.
Mr. Speaker, our sponsor, it's 1.1 billion modules nationwide.
Hindi ko po masyadong marinig po kayo, Madam Sponsor. I'm not sure if your microphone is okay, but do you hear me loud and clear?
Yes, to.
How
Well,
many
the answer
modules?
is 1.1 billion modules, number of modules. This is only for the first quarter po.
1.1 million modules.
Billion po, billion.
Yes po, 1.1 million modules.
1.1 billion modules for the
Billion
first
modules.
quarter.
Okay. Paano po nangyari yon, Mr. Speaker, Your Honor? Ang huling alam ko po, ang huling tala ng DEPed, there are 22.5 million enrollees for this school year. Nakita ko pa nga po kanina sa presentation, 24.8 million na po pala. So but let's stick with the 22.5 million enrollees. Kung 1.1 billion modules, paano po mangyayari yun? Ilan po ba yung, hindi po ba meron tayong 5,689 competencies na kinompress ninyo?
Tama po, Mr. Speaker.
Okay. Tulungan ko po tayo, magkwentahan tayo ng tama. 5,689 competencies, i-divide na lang natin sa 4 because there are 4 quarters. Ang ibig sabihin po nito, you will need at least 1,200 to 1,300 modules. Simpleng arithmetic lamang po ito.
Mr. Speaker, hindi lang naman modules kasi there's several competencies that we have to consider in one module. So, like for example, ang computation natin, paano natin nakuha yung 1.1 billion modules is the number of students times 8 subjects times 8 weeks po. 8 weeks per quarter.
Hindi po para madali tayo, hindi ko po kasi pwedeng tanggapin kaagad na sinabi niyo 1.1 billion. Let us test kung talagang yun lang po ang kakailangan ninyo. Sapagkat ipinangako ninyo na bawasan yung competencies from 14,000 competencies, kinompress po ninyo yon or you streamline it to only 5,689. Ito po yung tinatawag ninyong most essential learning competencies. Kaya po pag i-divide natin sa 4 yan, hindi mo po pwedeng hindi natin aralin yan. Kinompress na nga ninyo You reduce at least 40% of the total previous competencies. Ginawa na nga ninyong 40% lang So sa inyong mga pagsasalita po sa TV, sa radio, ilang beses po, maski sa pagharap nyo sa Senado, sinabi nga po ninyo, 1,300 ang average po ng mga modules na kailangan ninyo. Magsimula po tayo doon sa sinasabi ninyo sa TV, maski po sa nakarang hearing natin sa Senate, sinabi ninyo, 1,300 is the average modules sa quarter na ito. Ngayon, tatalikuran nyo po ba yun o pananagutan nyo na ngayon? Kasi po, ang susunod kong tanong, sa 1,300 modules for the first quarter, i-divide lang po natin yan sa 13. Bakit po 13? There are 13 levels, grade levels, K to 12. Ano pong ang mangyayari yan? 1,300 modules divided by 13. Lalabas po dyan about 100 modules per grade level per learner. Hindi po ba ganun lang kasimple, Mr. Speaker, Your Honor? Pagkatapos po, kung may 8 subjects, kasi 8 po yung subjects at least, that will be 100 divided by 8. Magkakaroon po tayo ng 12 modules per subject. Is that correct? So, arithmetic lang po ito
Mr. Speaker, can you give us time to look at the records because medyo technical yung hinihingi ni
Hindi po, 100 divided by 8, 12 modules po ang mangyayari per subject.
Kasi po, Mr. Speaker, some competencies can be clustered into one module. Kaya hindi talaga yung sinasabi natin na 1:1. Kaya they're looking at the records kasi nga iba-iba yung module per subject.
ay mawawala po tayo kapag ganun po yung argumento. Tinutulungan ko na lamang po kayo para kwentahin natin eh. Paano po natin makukwenta talaga yung number of modules na kakailanganin natin kung ito pong simpleng arithmetic na pinipresent sa inyo ay pare-pareho po nating tinatanggihan.
Mr. Speaker, from the the assumptions or parameter used in making the modules per level, depende siya sa level from kinder to grade 12. So like for example, yung kinder, ang kailangan niya na module per learner is only 66. Yung grade 1 naman, naging 300. Tapos pagbaba hanggang 11, yung grade 11, example, maging 546 modules. So,
copying machine, that will be 100 divided by 8. Magkakaroon po tayo ng 12 modules per subject. Is that correct? So, arithmetic lang po ito eh.
Mr. Speaker, can you give us time to look at the records? Because medyo technical yung hinihingi ni...
Hindi po, 100 divided by 8, 12 modules po ang mangyayari per subject.
Kasi po, Mr. Speaker, some competencies can be clustered into one module. Kaya hindi talaga yung sinasabi natin na 1:1. Kaya they're looking at the records kasi nga iba-iba yung module or per subject.
Ay mawawala po tayo kapag ganun po yung argumento. Tinutulungan ko na lamang po kayo para kwentahin natin eh. Paano po natin makukwenta talaga yung number of modules na kakailanganin natin kung ito pong simpleng arithmetic na pinipresent sa inyo ay pare-pareho po nating tinatanggihan.
Mr. Speaker, from the assumptions or parameter used in making the modules per level, depende siya sa level from kinder to grade 12. So like for example,